Good evening, everybody. Or evening for me. I hope you're all doing well. All right, so today the question was, what do we need to know or keep in our minds the most this weekend? All right, so what do we need to be most mindful of, most focused on? This is very interesting. So, what I did is I took three cards like I often do, and I also picked a bottom of the deck. So, what that means is if none of you have had a reading with me before, what I actually do is I don't ever pick the cards. I shuffle the cards in my hand and I kind of allow them to pick themselves. So I'll shuffle the cards in my hand and I only take one card at a time, and that's the card that pops out first. Right? If I have three that fall out, I'll put them back. I only take one at a time, and that's how I get the cards that I work with. And then once I've got all the cards that I'm looking for, I turn this deck of cards over to reveal what's at the bottom of the deck. So even though this looks like it's at the top of the deck, it's actually the bottom of the deck, and that's contract. All right, we've got some really good numbers here. We've got number 4, which is about stability. It's also about planning and constructing and building a solid foundation for something where you are making space for something to grow. All right. And it's talking about happy family. So if this is something that you're working towards, maybe you are planning a vacation, maybe you're working towards having a happier environment with family or friends. Remember, your family is the people that you hang around with. Okay, it doesn't have to be your blood. It's your tribe, your group of people, whatever you want to call them, however you want to appropriate it. But it's about building this positive unit of people that you have around you that support you and support the way you want to feel about yourself. They support how you want to live your life. All of these kind of things. That's your family. Okay, that's your group. So this is what this is pertaining to. And this is about building that foundation, building that stability. Maybe you've got two families that are being brought together to make one family, all right? Whatever your circumstances, please remember that I do this reading for a very many people. It goes out publicly, so it can have a couple of different meanings, and you need to see what resonates for you and what doesn't, all right? And what's appropriate for what's going on in your life right now. So when we look at the third chakra, the Archangel Shamuel, this is your solar plexus. Okay, when they talk about the third chakra, it's the third from the bottom. So you would have your root chakra, then your sacral, and your solar plexus. This sits just underneath your rib cage. This is where you feel something bad when you get a bad feeling about something. This is where you feel excited and butterflies when you're excited about something. All of those really deep emotions come from there, and your fight or flight comes from there. Also, your strength of will above everything else, that fire, that solar energy that burns inside you, that makes you want to accomplish things, do things, stand up for yourself, stand up for somebody else. That's where this comes from. This is your sacral chakra. All right. And it's very important. Sorry, your solar plexus. Got the sacral on the brain now. But this is the solar plexus chakra. You see this energy, it's got this beautiful yellow glow. All right. This is about your strength of will. This is about what do you want? So, if you're looking at your happy family situation, maybe you need to use your strength of will to attain something, to build towards a goal, to assert yourself more, to make a suggestion for something to happen in the dynamics. Okay. But this is saying there's positive energy coming in for this family unit, whatever kind of unit it is, if it's a group of friends, if it's a club you belong to, whatever it is, and that there's something to do with the solar plexus. So this gives us our sense of worth and willpower and strength. And maybe that is exactly what it is, and that this unit, you're going to feel your solar plexus strengthening because you feel like this is where you belong. You can do the things you want to do, you can move forward, and you are supported by the people around you. All right. We have blossoming abundance. This is a really beautiful card. And this, we need to always remember that abundance is in all ways, shapes, and forms, okay? It can be beautiful things around you. It can be beautiful relationships and friendships. It can be a happy family. It can be money. It can be that you get offered 4 different jobs and you have the choice, all right? Abundance comes through in all different ways, shapes, and forms. You can be given a gift of a voucher where you can go buy food for your family and you were struggling, whatever it is. And don't forget that you need to always be sending out gratitude, because gratitude comes back to you in abundance. The one equals the other. The more gratitude you send out, the more abundance comes to you. All right. So this is really, really wonderful energy for the weekend ahead. Remember this. Keep these people close to you. The third chakra, Archangel Shamuel, also, or Camuel, however you pronounce him, um, he's also the number 10. Okay, so this shows endings and new beginnings. This is like something that's in the beginning stages. It's starting up in the end of an old era in your life. Lovely, lovely cards. The bottom of the deck over here is contract. And contract can be anything, all right? It can be a verbal agreement between two people. It can be a marriage. It can be some legal stuff that you're dealing with. It shows this balance, and it shows Lady, what is she called? Lady Justice, I'm sure she is. And her eyes are usually closed so that she can be impartial, so that she makes a honest judgment. All right, the number 6 also says to us sometimes that we should be cautious of something, that it is something we feel a little bit uncertain about. But with the surrounding energy here, I would really say that this has the potential to work out well, as long as you are strong in your will with whatever you need to do to stand up for yourself or maybe for somebody else, and that things are going to work out quite well. All right, we've got this rainbow here, which always shows positive energy. It often shows a promise that is delivered upon. So that's really wonderful. All of these things are just really, really great. And I feel as if this contract has the potential to go very well. Or if you are thinking about whether you should engage in a contract with somebody, whether it's a business contract, some kind of legal contract, a new home, whatever the case is, a marriage. This, I think, is going to bode very well for you. All right, this is really surrounded by lovely, lovely energy, and all I can really focus on here is the scales that are really balanced. It looks good. It's positive energy here. All right. So, whatever you're working on, I get the feeling that not all of this stuff is really set in stone, and it's stuff that's really in the beginning stages, like I said, for a lot of people. But if you are worried about something or you're wondering what the future holds, I think this is saying to you, make those plans, be assertive, make sure that you are doing things intentionally and manifesting what you want. You have the ability to do that. That's where that energy comes from. And remember also, when you manifest, you have to feel. You have to have the elevated emotion that you're going to feel when that experience actually happens in your life, and that's what makes it happen. That elevated emotion is the secret. All right, you've got to feel it. You've got to feel as if it's already happened, and that's what makes that leap between it happening in the future and happening now. And don't say, I'm going to do this, I want to do that. Say, I am doing this. I am doing what I want to do. I have already achieved this. When you speak it into existence in the present moment, that's what makes it real. All right, if you keep saying one day I'm going to, then you keep it in one day. You keep it in the future. I would really like to do this one day. You're keeping it out of reach. It's just at the tip of your fingertips, but you're never going to reach it because you don't say, I am doing this. All right, so it's very important. Your words are very important. And your third chakra here, with your strength of will, you have to feel that emotion in that area of your body. Feel excited like you're going to feel the day that happens. Okay, and say, this is happening now, and it will. All right. I wish you everything of the best. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll chat you all again on Monday. Take care.